Oh no, I am late, but I don't know what the time is. I need a clock to know what the time is. Ah! Fred, are you okay? Do you need some help? Funny, I've never actually heard you speak before. Rather strange. You sound almost French. Anyway, I can help you. I can help you with a clock. It's no problem. We just need to know what goes on a clock first. I know a good song though, which will help us. It's called "The Hands on the Clock," and it talks about three hands that you might see on a clock. There's the slow hour hand, which is short, goes very slowly. Then we have the long minute hand, which goes around a bit faster. And then we have the thin red second hand, it's normally red anyway, and that goes around really fast, round and round and round. So those three have a song about them, and it's called "The Hands on the Clock." It goes like this. The short hour hand goes round and round, round and round, round and round. The short hour hand goes round and round, slow, slow, slow. Then we've got the minute hand. The long minute hand goes round and round, round and round, round and round. The long minute hand goes round and round, quicker, quicker, quicker. Then we've got the thin second hand. The thin second hand goes round and round, round and round, round and round. The thin second hand goes round and round, fast, fast, fast. So you see, Fred, that's why there are three hands on a clock. There's the hour hand, which is short, the minute hand, which is long, and the second hand, which is thin and long, and it's normally red. Okay, so now we know that, we can make your clock, can't we? And to make your clock today, guys, it's very easy. All you'll need is a piece of card, any colour, but the lighter the better. You would need a pencil, a pair of scissors. Ideally, you'd have a split pin for the hands, but you can use a safety pin and some blue tack or some Play-Doh, anything like that. We'll talk about that in a moment. You might need a pen so that you can mark your clock numbers on, so nice and clearly, and a saucer, which I stole from my cat. Hopefully he's not too angry about it. And that's really good for drawing a circle, so you can get your clock to be really round. Right, so what you do is you get your paper, you get your plate, you draw around it with your pencil, and you will get something like this. And when you have the scraps of your paper, you can draw a short hour hand using your black marker pen. Cut it out and make sure it's nice and thick at the bottom. Mine's not really thick enough. I think it needs to be a bit thicker, but I'll use mine anyway. And then also make sure you've got a much longer minute hand. So when we put them on the clock, ideally we want the minute hand to go from the middle almost all the way to the top. And we want the short hour hands to be a lot less than that, so that it's very clear which one's which. We've got to write the numbers on our clock. Have you seen a clock? Have a look at a clock now, if you can, if there's one in your house. There'll be a picture of one, let's say this side, on the video. On the website, I'll put a picture of a clock there so you can see for yourself in case you haven't got one in your house. Now, have a look at that. What number goes at the top? That's it, number 12. So 12, a 1 and a 2. At the very top, I'm going to draw nice big numbers. We don't want to be too small. Now, it can be difficult to get your numbers going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 around like that. So what I would recommend is do the top one and then do the bottom one next so we can get the spacing right. You know what numbers at the bottom? Can you have a look for me? Number 6, very good. So I'll draw number 6 at the bottom. Again, make sure they're nice and big. Don't make them too small. What goes on this side? Can you tell? Yeah, that's it. Good. Number 3. There we go. And then on the other side here, what's missing? I need a number 9. That's it. So 9 on this side. And then what you can do is just fill in the numbers very quickly in the middle. Yeah, I've got all my numbers on now. So what I need to do is add my hands on. And ta-da! It would definitely be a good idea to get your mummy and daddy's help with this one in case you hurt yourselves. Here is my clock with my minute hand and my hour hand. Right, so what we want to know today, or what we've learned today, is we want to learn about what each bit of the clock is called. So we know that a clock has 12 numbers on it, and we know that number 12 goes at the top, and we know that number 6 sits at the bottom. We also know that the long hand is called the minute hand, and we know the short hand is called the hour hand. And it's important we refer to those all week as the hour hand and the minute hand. Hour hand and minute hand. Now I know you're thinking, where's the second hand gone? Well, the problem is the second hand doesn't really help us tell the time. It really just goes round so fast that it's not really much use to us. So our clock doesn't need a second hand, but it is important that you know what a second hand does, and we'll talk more about that later this week. Now you've got your clock, Fred, are you ready?
Oh, yes, thank you very much, Scott. This is a lovely clock. I like it so very much. Mwah, mwah, bellissimo.
Oh, you're Italian now, Fred. Very strange. Right, make your clocks and keep them, because we will be using them all this week and maybe the week after that as well. So we will see. Right, enjoy making your clocks, everyone, and I'll see you again soon.